Okay, so my name is Florent Massou. I'm the head of program. I'm actually the freshman of the band, as you can see. I've joined the partnership July the 1st with Philippe, coming from an industrial background in Airbus, in the final assembly lines in Toulouse. So I will introduce you to our industrial system, starting from the supply chain, how it is structured around the world, then coming to the main features of the final assembly lines here in Mirabel, and some quick introduction on the FAL US that you will discover in the coming days. And then I will be back to some investments that we'll be doing in the course of the ramp-up to sustain the growth of the A220 production here in Mirabel for the years to come. So if I look at the overall supply chain, which is basically participating to the full A220 program, we have close to 100 suppliers, a bit more, tier 1 suppliers all around the world, which are actually sending their parts to Mirabel today to assemble these aircraft. So if I start with the fuselage, we have actually 3 main suppliers. The big one is Bombardier itself, providing the cockpit and sourcing the cockpit in Saint-Laurent, in Montreal, so coming directly to Mirabel. And also the wings and some parts of the mid-fuselage coming from Belfast in Europe and shipped here over the ocean. The 2 last ones are more on the rear part of the fuselage. We have Leonardo in Italy for the VTP, HTP, so all the back part of the aircraft. And a very important one in China, which is called SACI, part of the IVIC group, which is providing many parts of the fuselage on the rear part, on the mid part, and some also on the cockpit, which is assembled in Saint-Laurent, in Bombardier. So Bombardier in Belfast, in Montreal, Leonardo in Foggia, in Italy, SACI in China, in Shenyang, which is one of our main partners. Then if we go to the systems, so we have a lot of systems coming from the US and from Europe. So usual name, Parker, Fokker, Goodrich, Honeywell, obviously. So all those are very important and very professional suppliers from different programs for Airbus and for Boeing, and are also supplying very important parts for the 220. For the cabin itself, it comes from Zodiac in California and Mexico. So Zodiac is providing us with a full set of cabin. So the floor-to-floor, the seats, lavatories. So all elements of the cabin are sourced by Zodiac and supplied to us. And last but not least, the propulsion systems, so both the pylons coming from P8 and the engines are coming from Pratt & Whitney, and they are assembled very close by to here in Mirabel by Pratt & Whitney in their own facility close to the airport. So all in all, we have a very strong supply chain with very strong suppliers. The good thing is that those suppliers are very well known by Airbus. So we are leveraging a lot our supply chain capacity and capability in Airbus, in procurement, to monitor and to improve our supply chain. It's very important to have a very dynamic approach to the supply chain to make sure that they will follow our growth, our ramp-up, and they will deliver us with the best-in-class products at the right time, at the right quality. Then all of that is coming here in Mirabel today and tomorrow in Mobile, starting this year. And we are assembling this aircraft to make it fly. So we have currently a production facility which is capable of a rate 10 with 2 lines, so 2 duplicated lines that you will see just after. In this part of the hangar, I will describe it to you later. Then we install the cabin, we make it fly, and we deliver to our customers. So the beauty of this final assembly line is very cutting-edge technologies in terms of manufacturing. And I was very pleased coming in on the July the 1st to see all of that, because there is a lot of things which are really making the assembly of this aircraft very easy. We have robotized a fuselage assembly, which is very efficient, both for the fuselage and also for the wings, with a very efficient way of assembling all of that. We have GPS positioning in the different parts of the hangar so that we are highly precise in the way we move the different elements, and we make sure that we have always the best fit in the best conditions to assemble these aircraft. So those are really advanced manufacturing capabilities that we have here in Mirabel, that we'll have in Mobile as well, which makes the assembly of the aircraft, a very efficient process to sustain our ramp-up and to sustain our customer demand. So now if you look a bit ahead of our ramp-up, so as Rob has mentioned, the first year we delivered 7 aircraft. Last year, or 2 years ago, it was 17. Last year, 33 aircraft, which is basically doubling the production every year, which is a very outstanding, very demanding, but also outstanding ramp-up compared to other programs. And we made it last year, as Philippe mentioned, with a very seamless transition and continuity of operations. And we delivered 20 aircraft in the second half of the year, 13 on the first half, which shows you the magnitude of the ramp-up that we are going through, and also the very good team of all the guys here in Mirabel to make it happen with the support of our supply chain. But the ramp-up is not over, so we'll continue to grow. We have a lot of support from Airbus in Toulouse, in the different sites in Europe. We have a lot of experience over there, basically, in terms of ramp-up. The latest one being the 350 ramp-up, which proved to be a very successful ramp-up overall for our customers. And we have a lot of wise men supporting us here in Mirabel to design the best system and to improve and adapt all the processes required to sustain this ramp-up. So ramping up is basically accelerating the pace. It's also investing in additional capacity, what we will do in Mirabel, because we need it to continue our growth. So this will start very soon. It started actually already, because we have already some work done on the ground to increase the capacity of our pre-flight hangars, starting in March this year, so that we'll have more capacity to do our pre-flight phase and to work on our aircraft before delivery to make sure they will be fully ready for the delivery to our customers. And at the end of the year, we're also preparing a new delivery center here in Mirabel that will be dedicated for the delivery to our customers. This should start at the end of the year to have a very optimum and a perfect experience for our customers, receiving their aircraft in Mirabel and then flying away all around the world, as Rob has mentioned, with our customer base. So those are major investments that we'll do this year here in Mirabel to sustain our growth and to give us all the enablers that will be necessary to continue the ramp-up of the 220 in Mirabel and to have all the chances to meet our customer expectations, which are high, that we have met last year, and that we want also to meet in the years to come. So this is the visible part. Obviously, there is a lot of things that we are doing on the shop floor, in the different services, to make it happen, because we need to accelerate the pace of all processes here in Mirabel. Based on the experience that we have in Airbus, we are leveraging all of that to improve what we need to improve and to make sure that we will sustain the growth of the 220. That's all for me.